Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to our otter enclosure. My name is Henry and I'm one of the keepers here at Hemsley Conservation Centre. Just going to wait a couple more moments for some more viewers to come online. I don't want to miss anything, so we'll be going live in about 30 seconds or so. If you do have any questions about our lovely Asian short-clawed otters, please do get those in. Just type them in the comments box below, hit enter or send, and we'll answer as many as we can. Okay, so just a quick update for you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated to us so far. The donations are really greatly received, and we can't thank you enough. If you haven't donated already and you enjoy this video, please do head to our crowdfunding page. There's links on our website and Facebook page and our Instagram. So please do follow that link if you enjoy this video, and do consider donating what you can. We have several different options for you. So if you'd like to purchase an experience for 2 to enjoy later in the year, then there is that option there at a massively discounted rate as well. So do have a look at the rewards on our Just Giving page. And I'll give a reminder of that at the end as well. There you go, can you see me a bit better there? So you join me with our 3 Asian short-clawed otters, 3 rather noisy Asian short-clawed otters because it's their lunchtime. Their names are Rita, Shirley and Irene. Now there are 13 different species of otter in the world, and the Asian short-clawed otter is the smallest. And as their name suggests, you find these guys living in Asia, parts of South and Southeast Asia, and they live in fresh water. So you don't find these otters living in the sea, they live in fresh water, so areas like swamps, marshes and rivers. Now also in their name they have short-clawed, or sometimes they're called small-clawed as well, and that's because they haven't got long claws. Other species of otter have got rather long claws that helps them with grabbing things, but with Asian short-clawed otters they don't have any claws at all. They tend to have like fingernails, like us really, so not long nails, but short filed down fingernails. Now this helps them with foraging for food. At the bottom of a riverbed they can get right into the sand and pick it all apart looking for any crabs and crustaceans, but it also helps them with holding their food as well. While I'm feeding them here, you might see them holding the fish in their hands. So just like we hold like a burger, they do exactly the same thing. Now then, if you are also doing our competition this week, you need to be looking out for 2 letters in this video, which I'll be showing you very, very shortly. You should already have 4 letters. If you haven't been doing the competition, do watch back on our previous videos for those letters, and you can send in your suggestions for what you think the word is at the end of the week. So do keep watching for those 2 letters. Okay, I think we have our first question in.
Several people want to know, what are they eating?
So, for their lunch today, our lovely otters are getting some roach. Now this is a small freshwater fish that we like to give them. We can chop it up nice and small, so when we're doing things here at their training station or feeding them with tongs, it's a nice fish to give them. They also get rainbow trout, crab, crayfish, and also a fish I can never pronounce properly, tilapia, which is a fish which comes from Asia. Now Asian short-clawed otters have got some rather special adaptations from their head all the way down to the tip of their tail. So if you start up their head, you'll see they have 2 big beady eyes. Now these eyes help them see not only above water very well, but also underwater very well as well. They've also got little ears poking out, And inside their ears they have a small valve, and this valve shuts off when they go into the water to stop water going right down into their ears. And they've also got that same valve in their nose as well, so if you ever dived into a swimming pool and you have water going up your nose, it can be quite uncomfortable. Otters have a special feature where that doesn't happen. They've also got long whiskers as well, and these long whiskers are incredibly sensitive, and that helps them find food underneath the water. They can actually sense the vibrations of fish in the water. And I think we have another question as well.
Got several.
Several questions.
How old are they?
So our Asian short-clawed otters here recently celebrated their 3rd birthday. Last week, I believe. I think it was I'm trying to remember now. I think it was the 16th. We threw them a birthday party. There is a video on our Facebook page and our Instagram. If you'd like to go back for our timeline and have a look at that, you'll see a video from their birthday party. When they turned 3 years old. Another question.
There is. Were they bred here or did they come from somewhere else?
No, our otters weren't bred here. They actually joined us from Slimbridge Wetlands Trust in Gloucestershire. Hello to any keepers that might be watching. The girls are doing really well. They were actually born at Slimbridge Wetlands Trust in Gloucestershire, and they joined us here. It will be 2 years in October. And they've just finished all their lunch now. Got a little bit here for one more. Here we are. Okay. Any more questions? Do get them in. Any more questions there?
What's your favourite thing about working with them?
Favourite thing, I can tell you what my least favourite thing about working with them is, and that's the smell. Everyone thinks otters are these lovely, cute, innocent creatures, but they absolutely stink. Imagine literally rotting fish. That is what their poo and their house smells like. It is disgusting. But my favourite thing working with them, or about them, is their personality. They have an incredible personality, all 3 of them. They're all slightly different, but it's just the way they are in general, really. The way they play with each other, any enrichment that we give them, they really enjoy, and I just love seeing their reactions and how they sort of work things out as well. It's a great thing to watch. You could watch them for hours.
Got loads of questions.
Loads of questions. Excellent.
One from Lucy. How many times a day do they eat?
Hello, Lucy. So, these otters eat between 4 and 5 times a day here at the centre. Asian short-clawed otters have a really fast metabolism. So what they'll do is they'll eat food, it goes through their body very, very quickly, and then they'll go to the toilet. So they need to be constantly eating throughout the day. So we give them 4 meals and maybe an extra an extra treat in between. So at least 4 meals a day. That's a lot of food. They need to eat around a third of their body weight every single day.
Do they just eat fish?
No, they don't just eat fish. They also eat crabs and also crustaceans like crayfish as well. It is mainly a sort of aquatic-based diet, so everything you might find living in fresh water. We occasionally give them bugs and insects to enjoy as well in enrichment items.
Question from Seren.
Hello, Seren.
Do we have any plans for a boy?
There are no plans at the moment to bring a male in. As far as I'm aware, there's a nice healthy number of Asian short-clawed otters in zoos and wildlife parks in the UK. So there's no plans at the moment to bring a male in for the girls, but you never know what the future holds. They're still quite young, so we'll just have to wait and see. There you go, they've got a nice full tummy now. They're nice and relaxed, and they'll probably go for a sunbathe now. It's a lovely day. If you do have any questions about them, please do get them in.
Are they endangered, and what are their main threats?
Yes, Asian short-clawed otters are an endangered species. They're currently classed as vulnerable, and their population is decreasing. Now, their main threats are habitat loss and destruction. So the increasing amounts of tea and coffee plantations in Asia means that their habitat is being eroded, leaving them with no home. Also pollution to the water as well. Farmers using pesticides, things like that. Those pesticides going into the water supply, into those rivers, killing all the fish, the crabs, the crustaceans that these guys like to eat, leaving the otters with little food. Also the illegal wildlife trade as well. In the past 10 years or so, this has been an incredibly bad thing. Otters being taken from the wild, sold as exotic pets, but also being hunted for their fur and their meat as well. Recently, laws have changed where you need to have a license to have an Asian short-clawed otter, and if you had one without a license, you could potentially go to prison for a very long time. That new law only recently came into place, which is a really, really good thing. So hopefully, anything can help with the protection of these guys for years to come. What other questions have we got?
Do they like to play?
Yes, they do. That's one of their favourite things to do. They love to play in and out of the water. So usually once they've finished eating, they'll have a little nap and then they'll start playing with each other in the water. As you can see, one of our females at the back there giving herself a little groom, keeping herself nice and clean. As well as playing with each other and play fighting, they also love to groom and clean each other as well, and this is a really common thing to do. Asian short-clawed otters are highly sociable animals, which means they need to live in groups, and they're a really family group as well. So living in a family is very, very important. They can't live on their own. I've just seen them go off to their bed. But I'll still be here asking some questions.
Next question is, where do they sleep?
So just behind me over there, they have a den, or we call it a holt, where they go to bed. It's full of a deep bed of straw, which they go in and go to sleep. That bed needs to be cleaned out every single day though, because they do like to go to the toilet in their bed. They're quite lazy, they don't want to go outside to go to the toilet. They'd much rather do it in their bed. So it can be quite smelly in there, but they live in a little house just behind our cameraman, just behind there, and that's where they go to sleep. So they've got an on-show and off-show area here. They've also got like a little courtyard where they can also go away from everyone. Oh, they're back. Hello again. And they've got their main enclosure, which is what you can see here. And that's got a nice deep pool in as well. That pool is around 5 foot deep.
Another question, are we doing anything to help wild otters?
Yes, we are. Now, we work closely with a organisation called Save Vietnam's Wildlife. We donate to them on a regular basis. They help otters in the wild by rescuing them from traffickers. Also, if they've been kept as a pet illegally, they rehabilitate them, and if they're suitable to, they release them back into the wild. If you are interested in checking them out, just search Save Vietnam's Wildlife on Google and you'll find their website. They're a fantastic organisation and one that we're very happy to support.
Can they be aggressive?
Yes, they can be incredibly aggressive. You might not think it, but Asian short-clawed otters are an incredibly dangerous animal. So much so, they're actually in what we call category 1 in terms of dangerous animals. That puts them in the same category as lions, tigers, bears, elephants, giraffes. They are very aggressive animals. They have a very strong bite as well. You can imagine all those fish and crabs and crustaceans they're going to be eating. They've got that hard outer shell on them. They need sharp teeth to break open that shell. So they're going to make light work of a hand or finger. So a bite would really hurt. They can be aggressive with each other as well, especially around dinner time. The more dominant female will get quite aggressive if she wants the larger fish and to tell the other girls to go away. So they can be quite dangerous animals. Any more questions?
Let's have a look. What kind of things do we do to keep them mentally stimulated?
Alright, so things we do to keep our otters mentally stimulated. Well, we can do a number of different things. Number one, scents and smells around the enclosure. These can be man-made things from things like herbs. So if we put some rosemary or some thyme, rub it around their enclosure, they like to go and explore. They might rub themselves up against that smell. And get really a lot of enjoyment from doing that. Also, man-made smells as well, things like perfumes. We like to spray around the enclosure. Usually the cheapest perfumes work really, really well with our animals here. Usually unwanted Christmas presents. We spray a little bit of those smells around the enclosure, and the otters and a lot of the other animals here get a lot of pleasure from rolling around in that. Also, enrichment wise, we like to make things for them, so we might wrap their food up in newspaper or put them in a cardboard box. They have to unravel and get into that box. Things in the pool as well, we have special feeders where we can put their food in, throw them into the pool. These feeders might sink or semi-float on the surface, and the otters have to get their hands or their paws in to get that food out. So there's many, many different things that we do with them on a daily basis. Also training as well. One of our keepers, Emily, is currently in the process of training our lovely otters. Emily, if you're watching, hello. And they're responding to it incredibly well. So yeah, there's loads of things that we do to keep our otters mentally stimulated. How long we? 20 minutes we've been going for. Amazing. So guys, if you've got any more questions, do get those in very quickly. I will be here for a couple more moments. If you have enjoyed this video on our Asian short-clawed otters, do give us a like and a share. We'll be reposting this video later on this evening, so you can re-watch. If you did miss the letters today, you'll be able to catch those later on. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider donating to our crowdfunding page. There's links to this on our Facebook, Instagram, and directly on our website. All the money raised from our crowdfunding page goes straight back into the work that we do here at the centre. Being closed at the moment is a really tricky time. We rely on people coming through the door to help fund and run the centre, and without people coming through the door, that means no money. So we really rely on your donations and your support at this crazy time that we're in at the moment. So if you did enjoy this video, please do consider going to our crowdfunding page where you can donate, but also you can reward yourself with items to use later in the year. We have several different options. You can buy an animal experience for 2, usual price $89.99. You can do it for just £50. And there's also entry as well for family, that's at a discount as well. So loads of things for you to use later on in the year to enjoy when we are open. Any money that you can donate is really greatly received. We can't thank all of our current donators and people who have pledged enough. It's been absolutely incredible. So thank you once again if you have already donated. Any last questions come through at all?
We've got two.
Two more questions.
What does the average otter weigh?
That is a very good question. I can't remember the last time that we weighed them. So it's around... Adam's just telling me, what were they at their last weigh-in?
About 2.5.
About 2.5 kilos. Is what they weighed when we weighed them last.
Helen says the otter experience was amazing and she really recommends it.
Oh yes, so if you would like to actually come and meet our otters, then you can. You can do it for our crowdfunding page if you'd like to do that. There is an option to do that. It is age 16 or over, so if you are aged under 16, I'm afraid you can't come and meet our otters just yet. But if you are age 16 or over, you can purchase an experience to come and do exactly what I've just done and feed our otters. But also you get a little chance to go into our feed room as well, go behind the scenes, prepare the otters food and learn a lot about their diet as well, because a lot goes into it. It's not just a case of taking some fish out the freezer, defrosting it and bringing it out. Our otters are quite intense animals to look after. Any more questions come through? No, I think that is it. So thank you very much for joining me this afternoon, everybody. We'll be putting a vote up, so you can vote for which animal you would like to see in our video tomorrow. I haven't quite decided what we'll do it on yet, but have a look on our Instagram story later on today and vote for which animal you'd like to see tomorrow. Remember, you'll also need to be looking out for those 2 letters, and I can let you into a little secret as well. You'll be looking out for 10 letters altogether, and it's 2 words. 2 words together, and I'll give you another clue tomorrow, I think, as well. So you're looking for 10 letters, and it's 2 words. So have a little think, rack your brains, and see what you can come up with. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 2:30 PM with another species. Look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.